In this quick video, we're going to look at 3 different ways to set up collaborative Google Slides for your students. So this means all of the students are going to be on one Google Slides presentation. The first option, and we're going to use a get to know you at the beginning of the year as an example, the first option is to have every single student duplicate the slide template and create one of their own. So you might choose to leave some instructions for your students on the title slide. For instance, here, I'm going to right-click on the template slide. So as the teacher, I've just simply set up the title slide and one template for every student. The student's instructions are to right-click and choose Duplicate Slide. And then they're going to go in and fill in their own name here. So each student will have their own slide, and they'll fill in their responses. This is a great opportunity for students to go in and leave each other feedback as well. So after I fill in mine, I could go in and I could add comments to the slides. And you can give the students some direction on how you want them to leave feedback. Maybe this is something they liked, something they could improve upon. That's up to the teacher in order to give the feedback guidelines. Okay, step number 2 is to go ahead and instead of creating a template, and I've seen this a lot, especially in elementary, is to go ahead and leave number slides so that every student has maybe a class number, or to go in and put, if you only have a certain amount of students, to go ahead and put their names on the slides. So you could go ahead and set up these for your students so that they're not duplicating, but so they're already in order, and the student's job is to go to their slide number. So that would help. And honestly, you could probably, if you do this, you could leave off the title slide, and that way student 1 will know that they are slide 1, and that is their slide to go interact on. And this is just an example of a template that was used, so maybe something I've learned about the main idea, something I'm confused about, and then you see students who are leaving their feedback here. So it's up to you whether their students are duplicating the slide or whether they are already assigned to the specific student. So now we're going to look at option number 3, which is using the Slide Master.